Hello guys, welcome to Malik 034 channel. This is Malik Arjun. In today's session, I'm going to explain you and give a live demonstration on Oracle RAC listeners. There are many listeners you can come across when you are working with RAC, like local listeners, scan listeners, and remote listeners, grid listener, Oracle home listener, or there are many concepts. So I'm going to explain all in details and what are the advanced feature, like if you can add extra port to the same listener, or you can able to change the owner of the listener, or you can migrate the listener to the some other Oracle home. These are all concept I'm going to cover in this session. And if I can quickly go back to my this rack internal future series, and I already covered rack architecture, VIP and scan, and VIP and network. All these three concept I have covered in detail, including all the live demonstration, and I covered maximum information what I can go deep dive into the rack internal. So everything I covered, and then the videos are uploaded in my YouTube channel. So if somebody missed it, so I request them to go back to my YouTube channel and refer them. And today's session is for listeners, so let's get started. Okay, so listener in Oracle RAC Rail Application Cluster. uh, you know uh, the the Oracle version starting from 11G R2, there are a lot of changes in respect to the listeners. The listeners default now run from the grid Oracle home. So if you have installed your uh, grid infrastructure, and then if you install your Oracle home, on top of that if you created any rack database, default your listener will be running on grid Oracle home. So if you don't change it, it will be always running from the grid Oracle home. So if you want to tune it, and you can have your local listener in that particular Oracle home, and then you can manage it locally. So but by default it will be managed in the grid infrastructure home. The listeners are managed by Oracle agents. So there are particular agents related to grid home or Oracle home. Those agents will be responsible for managing your listener. That's the default concept. Whether it's a rack or normal RDBMS, the agents are responsible for managing the listeners. So the scan listener was introduced in 11G R2. So that was a major change we can see at the listener concept. So by default, listeners will be listening on VIPs. So this VIPs internally depends upon net 1 or physical IP of the that particular node. So in total, the listeners are always depends upon the network. That is what I wanted to say here. The listeners default depends upon the VIP, and then VIPs in VIPs indirectly depends upon the net 1 or network of that particular node, and then in total, so listeners will be indirectly depending on the network. So this is all about the listeners and the dependencies, like scan listeners, local listeners, grid listeners, and then always listeners will be listen or configured in VIPs, and then it indirectly depends upon the network of that particular node. And then what are the changes in 11GR2? 11GR2, they introduced scan listeners. So going ahead, so I'll just show you what is my default configuration. So I have already opened two node rack here. I will just log into my grid user. Let me edit my cache profile here on Node 2. I'll put TSM2. I'm just running the cache profile again. Okay, so I will show you SRCTL config listener on Node 2. Because Node 1 I had done some changes, I will cover it. If you see SRCTL config listener, listener name is listener, and network is net1, and owner is grid, and the home of the listener is CRS home, and then the endpoint is 1521. So this listener I have added extra. I will cover it later because for the demo purpose in the previous session I just added it. So time being, you just consider default whenever you configure your listener, it will be your listener name, and then it will be owned by grid owner, and then it will be under CRS home, and then it is pointing to 1521 default port. So similarly, if I do it on node 1, see here, same thing. So you don't worry about this listener 2, I will tell you later what was that purpose, why I added it. Okay, so this is what I covered here, the default listener. Then okay, I have mentioned couple of questions here, and also I mentioned the answer. I would recommend everyone to give some concentration here, because these are the points where everyone will be get confused. The first question is, can you define another port? Obviously answer is yes. Default it will run on 1521, and you can change it to any of the port as per your design. And then I mentioned the default listener FAQs at the end of the session, so please go through that. It has more questions and answers for ease of understanding. So the next question is, can you define another owner for a listener? Answer is yes. If you go back, the default owner is here, grid. So here if you see, default owner is root. So I wanted to show you this. You can change the owner for that particular listener. It can be any owner, you can set it, but that owner should have appropriate privileges. Next question is, can you define another home? Yes, default all listeners are configured in grid Oracle home. So if you want your listener to be managed with some particular Oracle home, you can migrate it from the grid home to any other Oracle home. So answer is yes. This is rarely needed. So nobody will go for. So because grid is the master cluster Oracle home, it should be centralized Oracle home. So that should have the all the privileges to manage your listeners. If you give that control to some other Oracle home, so that is you are giving a control from the grid Oracle home to other Oracle home. So other Oracle home will not start until your grid Oracle home starts, because this grid is the master. Initially grid Oracle home will start. So it's better to run listeners always from the grid Oracle home. Okay, next question is, can I add another listener to another port? On another port, yes, you can add another listener in another port. So I already showed you here. I have a listener K2, and it is running in 1544. This is new port, and this is a new listener, and it is on the network 2, and this is on the network 1. So I will explain you why I added this one in one of the demo. So answer is yes for this question. So this is clear. I hope you can add another port, means you can change the default port to any another port, and you can change the owner of that listener, and you can define another Oracle home, because from the grid Oracle home you can migrate it to any Oracle home, and you can add a new listener in the new port. That is all possible. So I will go ahead, next slide. Okay, so what I'll do, I'm going to change default port to 1545. If you see here, the default listener is running on 1521. You time being you forget about this one. I am only concentrating on the default listener, that is 1521. I am going to change it to 1545. This is the command srvctl modify listener -l listener name and port TCP 1545. Here we go. This command is successful. I'll do again config listener. You can see the default listener owner still is a grid, and then the port is got changed to 1545. Earlier it was 1521, right? This is the way you can change it. So if you are configured your rack listener on the grid Oracle home, you can go into your grid Oracle home and then check for this listener, right? The port, now the concentration, the port got changed here. So the answer for the first question, can you define another port, or can you change your default port to any other port? Yes, that answer is yes. Then this is the solution for that. Okay, going to the next slide. Can you define another port? Yes. So this I already showed you. I think it is a, can you define another port, and can you define another port? This is the same thing. I think I made a duplicate of this slide, so sorry for that. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. The the next question, can you define another owner, right? So if you see here, uh, this listener, the default listener, the listener name is listener owned by grid, and I'm going to change it to root. For that I'm going to root user, and I'm setting the environment for that plus sm1, and command for that srvctl modify listener hyphen l listener name hyphen u is the owner. Owner I'm going to change it to root. Before that I will do this srvctl config, so that I already ran this one. See, srvctl config listener, you just concentrate on this first listener. The name is listener and the owner is grid. I am going to change it now. Sorry, I'm going to change it to root. Okay, see, if you just see this line network and the owner is owned by grid. I'm good. I just change it to root. If you see srvctl config listener, now it is owned by root. So the question for the answer for the second question, can you define another owner? Yes, you can define. So I just change it to root, but it is not a recommended one. So I just demo purpose I change it. Plus, but ideally don't change it to root. Let it be owned by grid user. It is the first demo purpose. I'm showing it here. I'm going to the next question. Can you define another Oracle home? Okay, so if I see, if you see this one srvctl config listener, the name is listener and network one owned by root, and the Oracle home is CRS home. So what I'll do, I'll just change it back to grid owner now. I'll just change it back to grid because that is just a demo purpose. I just showed you. Now I change it back to grid. Okay, now I'm logging into grid owner. So now the third question is, can you define to another Oracle home? So if you see this config status output, srvctl config listener output, the home it is CRS home. Echo, I am at grid is the echo Oracle home. This is my CRS home, user1 app Oracle, user1 app 11204 grid. Grid is a my grid Oracle home, or you can say that CRS home or clusterware home. So I'm going to change it to my local Oracle home. So my local Oracle home is not this one. I will just change it. Give me a second. If you see my etc Ora tab, cat etc Ora tab, sorry, host Ora tab. Okay, I have a dev db1 running user1 app Oracle product 11.204 db1. So from the grid home, I'm going to change it to what happened. So I'm going to change it to 11.204 db1. See, srvctl modify listener name and hyphen o Oracle home. I'm passing it to 11204 Oracle home. So 11204 database Oracle home. If I see srvctl config listener, see here Oracle home, it got changed to this particular 11204 Oracle home. Earlier, if I go back, earlier it was owned by CRS home. CRS home is our grid infrastructure home. Now it got changed to 11204 Oracle home. So answer to the third question, can you change the listener home to some other Oracle home? Yes, we can able to change it. So we did change here. So this is again not recommended. Always you try to run your listener in a centralized grid Oracle home. That is the recommended concept, or you should have your local listener running on that particular Oracle home. Okay, next I'll go to next slide. Can I add another listener on another port? Yes, I did this one. I already added the new listener, that is listener K2. I'll just show you that. Just clear the screen. Okay, so this is my default listener, comes with when you install your grid infrastructure, and listener 2, right? Listener K2 means I wanted to add a new listener, that is listener 2. I introduced K here. K means I wanted to install the new listener on the new port in the new network. If you see here, that is the reason I mentioned K2 here. So if you see here, network is network 2. I'll show you that. I'll just go to next slide. I mentioned it, that new network, the command. This is the command. srctl add listener K2 hyphen P 1544 K2. K2 is the new network, I have added here. Now, that is my VIP. If I see here, I'll show you. This is the output of this srctl config. So this K2 network, in my previous session I told you how to add the new network. So if you refer my previous session on VIP and the network, this is the concept VIP network, where I have added this second network in the cluster. So this is what I have added here, the new listener, not only with the new owner, with the new Oracle home and new port and the new network, everything is possible. So the answer for the fourth question, can I add a new listener with another port? Yes. With another network? Yes. I did the same thing here. So it's just I just gave one more example here. uh, you can define your name, your listener name, whatever you want, you can define it while the configuration, right? So the name you can give, or whatever name you want to give it. Default, the name will be listener. You can say listener underscore your db name or instance name. You can give any name while defining your listener. So it's just an example I gave here. The default, the listener location should be your grid Oracle home network admin and then the listener. So similarly for the Oracle home, it will be default Oracle home, network admin, and then the listener.vara. These are the default location for your grid listener, and then the Oracle home listeners. So I'll go to next slide. Okay, so just a reminder I gave you, like how to stop and how to start srvctl stop listener, and then you can give the listener name srvctl start listener. These are administration commands. So what I'll do, I will just quickly cover two more concepts here. I'll just go to default. I'm at the grid home here. I went inside grid network admin. So I'll side by side I'll compare. This is my grid TNS, TNS underscore admin location or TNS home. Similarly, what I'll do on the node 2, I will log in as a Oracle user. Okay, so if you see here, on the node 1 I logged into grid Oracle home, and then on the node 2 I logged into my Oracle home. Both are okay. If you see here, this is my grid TNS underscore admin location, and this is my Oracle TNS admin location. If you see grid Oracle home network admin, here Oracle home network admin. So this both are two node clusters, node 1 rack 1 and rack 2. I just wanted to showing the differentiate between the grid listener and then the local listener. In the rack 2, see, if I go here, I don't have any listeners here. I don't have any local listeners here. And then for that I will go to my grid listener, and then I will check the default listener for the grid. It is a scan listener. So automatically scan listener is responsible for taking incoming connection and then pass it to the the local listener. If the local listener is exist on this particular node, it will pass it to that listener, and then internally that listener will connect to database. If there is no local listener, I will just connect to database now. Sorry, so I will just for INV dev db2. Okay, show parameter list listener. You can see here the remote listener is the scan listener. Default, all the incoming connection will go to scan listener, and then it will pass it to the local listener. If you see here, local listener is pointing to VIP 132. Sorry, 131 is my VIP of the node 2, and then the default port. So what I wanted to show you here, my listener is okay. It is a grid listener. I have only grid listener. If I go to my Oracle home and network admin, I do not have any listener here. So I have not configured my local listener. The scan listener internally it will pass it to the the local listener entry, whatever I mentioned here in the database. You can see the string is TCP protocol and the VIP of this node 2 and then port number is 1521 and then it will pass it to this listener and then database connection will be established. So it is kind of only one scan listener, that is a grid listener, where is responsible of establishing the connection to your database by passing to the local connections. So if you want, you can define your listener here in the local Oracle home. You can define your own listener for this database. For example, listener underscore devdb is your listener name. You can configure listener here. From the scan listener, it will pass it to your devdb listener, and then from the devdb listener, it will connect to your database. Like that also you can possible. You can do the connection string. So for example, I have created on the node 1, I have created the local listener. I will show you that local listener. I will go to my Oracle, SU Oracle, SU, okay, sorry, Oracle home, network admin. If you see here, right, listener name is there. So I have configured my listener. If I do cat, it is running on this particular home and this is my port 1522. So scan listener always runs on 1521. That's a default. From there you can define your local listener with a different port so that your application will listen via this port and then it will get connected to your database. So then once you have your local listener here configured with some different port, that you need to register at the database level. If I show parameter listener, so right now it is pointing to 1521. So if you configure your local listener here, it is pointing to 1522. So that you need to change this local listener connection. So that for to change this local listener connection, there's a alter. Okay, so the alter system command is alter system set local listener equal to address, that is TCP, host name, and then the port and scope equal to both SID devdb1. So I'm running this command here. So system is altered. So now if you show this show parameter local listener, you can see here it is pointing to rack1 localdomain.com and port 1522. So that is your local listener here, right? See, if you do rack1 localdomain.com and port is 1522. So this is how you need to configure your local listener in case of if you are working with your rack environment. So quickly I'll cover what is this rack listener and local listener. So rack listener is a cluster listener where once your application or when any user try to connect to your database, first the listener connection will go to rack listener, and from the rack listener it will go to local listener, that is local listener, it will be local listener this one, and then once it will pass it to local listener, and then from via local listener it will connect to database, and then by this way the database connection will be established. So you can have a different port for the rack listener, that is a scan listener. You can have default will be 1521 and then you can change it to any of your port, and uh, scan local listener also will be default, it will be configured with 1521 and then that also you can change it to any of the required port. So that is the difference between the remote listener, that is a rack listener, and local listener, it's a particular to database listener. So okay, so this is for the today's session. As usual, like I used to ask the question at the end of the session. So my today's question is, what is the advantages of having your local listener? The question is, what is the advantages of having local listener, and then what happens if you have a local listener, and what happens if you don't have a local listener? So I'm waiting for your answer, guys. So first question will be, what is the advantages of having a local listener? And the second question is, what happens if you have your local listener, and what happens if you don't have your local listener? Please do your answer by commenting in my YouTube channel. So I'll be giving you what is the exact answer in my next session. So my next session is going to be on the scan. So I'm going to cover scan in detail. It is very important topic for in respect to the cluster, in respect to Oracle cluster. So please don't miss my next session, guys. And then you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn.